Morning, Father.
Hey, good morning, Randy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good to be with you.
Good to be with you.
Guess what day it is?
It's Mama Jirak Day.
Yes, Sunday. This is my white Yeti Sunday mug because my mom gave it to me. I wear it. I use it on Sundays. I wear it. Only if I spill my coffee, I wear it.
I love it. Or how was your Christmas? Great?
It was great. Actually, all of my family came over yesterday to the rectory. So 21 nieces and nephews. And then 3 on the way.
3 are on the way?
Yeah. And the majority of them are under 8 years old.
What'd they do?
They tore the rectory down. Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
What did you have for them to do? Seriously.
Well, they had a contest. Grandma had a contest for them, and they made like gingerbread houses.
Oh, that's so cute.
So some of them made churches. Actually,
no way.
Yeah,
oh,
they did really
it.
good. So it took their attention for about an hour and a half.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that was great, and got to spend some quality time with my siblings and my parents, and over 8. As usual.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who cooked? You?
Are you kidding? I host at the rectory, so I don't have to do anything. Because I know my sisters and my mom will clean everything up.
What about the boys? Were the boys there with you too? Father Chris and Father Matt?
Yeah. They popped in.
They got the heck out.
Yeah. And they locked the doors to their rooms, right? Because I guarantee you.
There'd be kids in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, you got a question that somebody wants to know because it's 2020 is coming up, a new decade.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were not afraid?
Yeah, good question. And I was thinking about that as you shared that question with me a little bit earlier. And one thing in regards to not being afraid, I think because it's inherent within all of us. I mean, like it's a kind of a driving force that turns us in on ourselves, and leads to a lot of division and violence. I almost think it's so close to our soul as far as our fallen human nature goes. It's like that you can't just strong arm it and one and done with it. It's almost like with fear, it's like a new commitment every single day,
Right.
And I know we talk a lot in the Catholic Church. Well, not so much anymore, but we talk a lot about sex, right? But Jesus speaks much more about fear than he does sex. He speaks a lot, many times about do not fear, do not be afraid, fear not, little ones. You think about the angel, Gabriel appearing to the Blessed Virgin Mary, at the Annunciation, be not afraid, right?
Right.
The words of St. John Paul II when he became Pope. So I would be referred to as far as like era John Paul II Pope, because that he was the Pope, for most of my life and has such a powerful, influence. But be not afraid. And so you can't get rid of fear.
Right.
You can't get rid of fear. You respond to fear. Maybe you can negotiate so you're not maybe as fearful. But that's what the virtue of fortitude is for, is courage in the midst of fear. There's no courage, there's no fortitude unless you're in a situation where there's fear. And so for me, it's a challenge on a daily basis. So as far as like responding to situations where people are going to maybe reject me in some way, or things are not going to go the way that I want them to, and I'm not going to have the security and comfort that I want. Because to me the key to the spiritual life is faith, and there's no faith without risk. And if you're living out of fear, you never risk.
Right.
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 And so, what would I do? What would I do if I didn't have fear? I think what would happen to me personally is like I would be much less kind of turned in on myself, and I do strive to like keep pushing myself out, going beyond my comfort zone, because I really feel like that's the key. But I think just in little decisions throughout the day, if I didn't have fear, which way, then I'm thinking about me and I'm all turned in, then I'm going to be much more present to people around. I'm going to be a better pastor. I'm going to have more interior freedom. as far as like big things, what would I do if I didn't have fear? I think for the most part, I'm not living out of a place of deep fear to make big decisions or jumps, because that's been part of my nature. I've tried to cultivate that, but every day it's a challenge, and just to be have this conversation and bring it to the conscious level is helpful, because you have to be really intentional about it, because our default is that we can't trust God.
Right.
It's the original sin, Adam and Eve, right?
Right.
So there was a fear, and so how does the devil enter in? Oh, can you really trust him? Right? And so they go to try to protect themselves. Why would you protect yourself? Because of fear.
Right.
Right. So it's a great question, and the question actually makes me think that I need to keep this at the conscious level, because there's nothing more other than discouragement, there's nothing more that the devil likes to do as far as tempt us into a fearfulness, which leads to isolation and division. So anyway, kind of a serious topic here. Yeah. So I better have a drink of coffee.
Yeah, have some coffee. What's in that coffee cup? Okay. Really good week to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you too.
And we'll see you next week. Are we going to have the bishop next week?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
We'll be ready.
Thank you.
Yeah,
have a good day.
Bye.